Ah, okay. Now I just need to grab thing. Ah, fuck. I think I need to, like, reload that shit. Where is it? Alright, there we go. There we go. Should be good. Unless, of course, it's not good. Fucking meow indeed. Oh my god, can I move that button? Oh, fucking... does that help? Let's see. Alrighty. Send stream link. Shit. Okay, fuck. Okay, it's not, like, showing up. Okay. Let me just do this. Refresh. There we go. Hey, Carl. How you doing? Let me just get the stream link, fucking sent. How the fuck? Alright, I know how. It's such a boof solution, but it'll work. It'll work. Oh. I'm not in YouTube's fucking search algorithm yet. Damn it. Alright. Just get back to here so I can actually read chat. Carl, our beloved. Our absolute beloved. I should just be able to full screen that. Now I should just be able to do that and... Oh, fuck. That's not how that goes. Shit. Alright, I have to figure something else out for that. Fuck. That. Can I, like, move that down, please? Fuck. I'm still figuring out the damn setup. Oh, there we go. There, now I can, like, barely read it. There we go. We're good. So, why is that not there? There we go. No, it's there. We're good. Wrong fucking channel. Alright, and I just gotta make sure we actually get to the right...
The time has finally come to...
Yep, the time has finally come. Yes, more cat noises in chat, please. Many more. It would be very appreciated. Carl is here now, yes. Watch your language. Oh, by the way, Carl, that one, you know, what is it? Mind Master? Yeah, no, they're particularly problematic, so if you could, like, monitor them a little closer, that would be great. Alright, there we go. That's not lewd at all. I don't care. I don't care. Carl, please give this user a warning. If you would, that would be very greatly appreciated.
Decorate our delicious looking donut with some sprinkles. So the feature we need for that is called geometry nodes, and you can access it by going to the top of your screen. If you don't see it, just middle mouse drag across.
Ah, yes, there we go. Yep, thank you, Carl. Why is everything hidden? There we go. It just had to load in real quick. Although, before we get started, how's everyone doing today? Hope y'all are doing okay. Ah, ah. Carl, you are a very welcome addition. Why are we blending? Cause I wanna. And I figured it'd be fun to, like, you know, make a couple of streams out of learning Blender. Like, I thought it would be fun to, like, just do some Blender, you know?
And you'll see the tab Geometry Nodes. Oh, so
what? That one. There we go.
it's adjusted your screen layout. Don't get disorientated. You don't know.
High priority is good or bad?
This screen on the left here.
It's bad.
It's called the spreadsheet. Never needed it. Touch on wood, never will. So we can just close that. Right click, join areas, and then just collapse it into it. Okay. So with your icing selected, click the new button. So welcome to the world of geometry nodes. So geometry nodes is actually a modifier. So when we hit new there, we've added in a modifier called.
What does it even do? It means you're being monitored extra close.
Geometry nodes. And what the modifier is doing is whatever we want it to. Okay.
Okay.
So what this section down here is, this is a node-based system, and it looks familiar, right? You got boxes with little lines, and it's the exact same type of system that was used in our materials, right? But it's a completely different system. Okay, so the same nodes will not be referenced between the completely different systems. So the way this works is our mesh that we've got here of our icing is what is being represented on the left-hand.
I need to remember that hotkey. Fuck.
Nodes will not be referenced between the completely different systems. So the way this works is our mesh that we've got here of our.
Oh, fuck.
Right? But it's a completely different system. Okay, so the same nodes will not be referenced between the completely different systems. So the way this works is our mesh that we've got here of our icing is what is being represented on the left-hand side with your input. It's then taking that mesh and it's feeding it all the way to the right, and it's going to spit out whatever is in your group output. So currently, nothing has changed because there's nothing between those points. But if I was, for example, don't follow me, but just as an example, if I was to add a set position node, drop this in here, and then change the position of the icing along the Z axis, you can see it's raised it. Okay, now the mesh, if I go into edit mode, is still there. The mesh has not changed. So we're not actually moving the object. This is just happening after the fact via a modifier. Okay, now obviously this would be a rather pointless use for geometry nodes to move it, because you could just move it. But as an example, let's say, I don't know, you had a scene where lots of objects, some of them are raised, some of them are not, and you wanted to quickly change them. What you could do with geometry nodes, in this case, you could actually expose this offset value by dragging it to the left over here. And when you do that, you can see it's now appeared over here in our modifier stack. What that means is whenever I'm in another part of Blender, say I'm building stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to quickly, change.
Real quick, y'all like your donuts with the frosting just fucking detached? Now he's just a stream assistant? No, I think Carl's AI speech was fine. I think it was you guys who were the problem, personally. But yeah, no, y'all like your fucking donuts with the ice cream, fuck's sake, icing just levitating like that. Smart AI answering streamer questions. Aw, damn, that would suck.
change the height of that icing, I've got it there whenever I need to. So essentially, this system enables you to build up your own tool that does something that you want it to do in a really flexible way. So it's really powerful. And before geometry nodes, I mean, Blender was kind of limited in what you can do, but I'll throw some examples here. But in the last 2 years since it's been in Blender, people have done some wild stuff with it. And most of this stuff really was just not possible in Blender before without doing custom scripting. So it's really opened up the doors. So it is a very different system. Like, it's a different way of working than, you know, just hands-on in 3D.
Carl,
but it's a really flexible, really valuable system. So any time spent learning geometry nodes, I think is time well spent.
Oh, God.
So we want to do sprinkles. And to do that, we need to, first of all, scatter some points onto our mesh. So to do that, hit Shift-A, A for add, and then we're looking for point, distribute points on faces. Okay. And then it's just it's just going to put you in a placement state. And if you just mouse over that line there till it lights up, if you click, it's going to automatically connect it for you. And now you can see we've got points on our icing and a density value. Great. But you might notice the icing has actually disappeared.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now the reason for that is we've told it, okay, take that icing object and convert it into points and then just give us the points back.
That's so good.
Okay. So what we need to do is say, yes, we want the points, but we also want the original mesh. So we can do that by adding in a node that you use all the time, which is Shift-A, Geometry, Join Geometry. So you'll find this node in probably any geometry nodes tutorial. Very versatile. So drop it in here after the points, and you'll notice this input here is a different shape. So normally inputs
they removed his AI.
Or,
fuck. Yeah, fucking
This one is a long and elongated shape to signify that it can accept multiple inputs. So unlike these where you can only accept
something
one,
happened to
this
Carl.
can accept many.
Oh no.
So
that's
what we
terrible.
need to do is take the output of our original mesh and then feed it over to here. And now we have both the original mesh and we have
supposed to answer,
and they're being combined.
Right, so Neon, what happened last time was Carl was answering like every fucking question. We were like giving him integrals and shit, and he would like spit out the answer right then and there. Like, we were giving him like life-changing questions, and he was like able to answer them. He also told us who like the fucking... Yeah, no, he used to like answer questions and shit. Ah, damn it.
Bind together and then put into our output. Okay? Very cool. Awesome. All right, so if we were to give this a render right now, you would actually see nothing because these points don't physically exist. They just exist in the 3D space.
Oh, okay.
If we want them to show up in the render, we have to tell it what do you want to render them as. So for that, we need to add an object to be our sprinkle. So your sprinkle could be whatever you want. We're actually going to make two different types of sprinkles in this donut series. So we're going to start though with a very simple one, just a round ball. So just like you would add another object normally.
Neon is you, dumbass. And I told Carl, don't worry, like he knows you're Neon, moron.
Shift A and then go mesh and then go UV sphere. Now this sphere is going to be referenced for every single sprinkle. Okay, so we want to go as low res as we can get away with. So I'm going to go with 12 segments and then 8.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh, it's wrong. Shift A. Okay, Shift A. Fucking, I'm retarded.
Go UV sphere. Now, this sphere is going to be referenced for every single sprinkle. Okay, so we want to go as low res as we can get away with. So I'm going to go with 12 segments and then 8 rings. If you
fuck, what was that? Why it oring? Fuck you. It oring because fuck you.
You would add another object normally, Shift A, and then go mesh, and then go UV sphere. Now, this sphere is going to be referenced for every single sprinkle. Okay, so we want to go as low res as we can get away with. So this sphere is going to be referenced for every...
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Dead stream, give up on YouTube? Yeah, alright, whatever.
Just like you would add another object
Okay,
normally,
bye.
Shift A, and then go Mesh, and then go UV Sphere. Now, this sphere is going to be referenced for every single sprinkle. Okay, so we want to go as low.
Why? Why the fuck is it?
And then go UV
I might be
Sphere.
retarded.
Now, this
Shut up about we learning it. You okay, whatever. No, it's fine.
sphere is going to be.
Well, fuck it. I might have fucked that. Learning so good. Oh, I thought you were leaving, Striker. What the fuck? You're still here? That's kind of gay, bro.
Make two different types of sprinkles in this donut series.
Oh my god,
so we're
bro,
going to
it's
start
just
though with a very
spamming,
simple one,
okay.
just a round ball. So
Yeah, I do have chat
just like
overlay
you would add another
dumbass.
object normally, Shift A.
And then there's fucking I need to make one of you guys a moderator just so this cunt doesn't. Alright, Carver, so what you like popped into was fucking you know, was Striker being retarded. You know, that's entirely on you. You should feel guilty and bad that you don't show up for my streams. Like, how dare you?
A, and then go Mesh, and then go UV Sphere. Now, this sphere is going to be referenced for every single sprinkle. Okay, so we want to go as low res as we can get away with. So I'm going to go with 12 segments and then 8 rings. If you're on a really slow computer and you think this is really going to suffer later on, you could go even lower, but I don't want to go too low because otherwise we're going to see that jagged edge because it's a rounded form. So I don't want to go too much lower than that. But I do want to adjust the scale because obviously this needs to be a tiny little sprinkle. So let's go 0.01. Okay, awesome. All right, now with our icing selected again, you'll notice, by the way, that if you click another object, you don't see your nodes because it's only going to show you the active object's geometry nodes. So if you want the nodes to just be there.
Carl was sending it this entire time, yeah. Your speedrun was rejected and now this, correct, unfortunately. Oh god, yeah, no, fucking Neon. Yeah, welcome to, dude, I'm sorry, but dude, it was so funny last night, or like 2 nights ago or some shit. Like, genuinely, I loved it. Yeah, no, like, dude, seriously, the roleplay is fucking great. Alright, now let's just take a look at that real quick, just to be sure. Yeah, I'd say that's a small enough sprinkle. Neon is you. We're not doing this bit again. Oh, we're not doing this bit again, okay? Fuck you.
No matter what, if you click the pin button there, that means no matter what is selected, it's only going to be showing you this object's, the one that we pinned, geometry nodes. Okay. All right. So to reference, we need to reference that little sphere that we've just created.
A Femboy and I talked. I can fucking fake time him out. He knows what's up. Yeah, no, exactly. Carl is some kind of powerhouse, and I will expose him. Carl, I think you forget. Carver deadass wants to throw hands with you. Like, he was not kidding. He wants to fuck. Oh, wait, hold on. Did Carl just call me father? Hold on. Yeah, no, hold on, Carl. I will see if I can't give you, like, fucking mod permissions somehow. I will see if I can't give you, like, mod permissions somehow, if that's, like, a thing I can do. What if I can, like, manage you from here? I don't think I can, man. Fuck, I need to figure that out. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, fuck. Okay. So, I need my fucking stream shit to work. I will upgrade my software after the stream, okay? MF pays for YouTube Premium? Yeah, whatever. It's gonna be like the fight at the end of MGS4 on top of Outer Haven. Oh no.
In our geometry node system. And you can do it very easily just by dragging down from your outline up here, just dragging it down into your geometry nodes and dropping it. Okay. So now let's just create some room here. Make a little bit of space. Okay. And what I need to do is add another node to reference this object. And the node is Shift A, instances on points, the top one. Okay. And then I want to drop it in here between distribute points on faces and my join geometry. So drop it in right there till it lights up. Now the points have disappeared because we're now saying replace those points
Donut
with
too?
whatever
Yeah,
is in
kinda.
that instance.
Just Carver, you could suck my you-know what. Oh no. Can we get some Subway Surfers? No, I'm sorry, but you're an electrical engineering student, which means we're gonna discriminate against you because you're gay and boring and stupid and brain-rotted. So no. I'm sorry, honey, but you're not getting any Subway Surfers. You're not getting nothing. No, it's purely because you're an electrical engineering student. You've been fucking Carl's Discord lore so you can see where I can giving. Oh, perf. Girl, I can't be homophobic if half my homies are gay. I cannot be homophobic.
Input. So I'm going to take my geometry from my object info and drag it into the instance. And look at that. We have got our spheres appearing all over.
Oh, good God. Yeah, let's not do that. I think I did something incorrectly. Oh, good God, I did something fucking horridly wrong. Hold, please. Whoops. There we go. That looks better. That looks so much better, right? It's taking a turn. I guess I'll tie my hair. Wait, wait a minute. Tying your hair back. Is he the main boss being a twink? Damn. You just realized what Carl is. Also, yeah, no. Fucking Neon's asking me if I'm homophobic. And the answer is just straight up no. I have nothing against the, what's a comical way to put that? Neon is you. We're not doing this bit again. We're not doing it. Yeah, that's right, Neon Alchemist. I don't know if you're onto anything, dum-dum. Okay, but yeah, no, this is much better than what I had before. The Alphabet Gang, correct. No, I denied you Subway Surfers because you're an electrical engineering student. I'm an electrical engineering student phobic, even though, like, one of my fucking best friends is an electrical engineering student. By the way, George, if you're somehow watching this, love you.
And if I increase the
Not fucking weird. Not in a weird way, though. Just as homies. Like, I know you're straight, bro.
density, we've got sprinkles. And if I do a render, it will actually display.
Alright, yeah. You sure it'll actually fucking display? How the fuck do I render this?
Viewpoints on faces and my join geometry. So drop it.
Oh, I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, no, even though my best friend is a fucking electrical engineering student. Ah. It is F12. Okay. Oh my god, it does. It does. And we have, like, the two other donuts. That's so fucking perfect. Just play Minecraft? No. Can you get some Minecraft parkour? No, I'm not fucking feeding into your fucking brain rot. Like, shut up. And again, no, you filthy EE student. Nah, because you're trying to show your support, but you're bored. Okay, get unbored then. It's like, you know what? Start gooning. Right now. Meow, blowhigh, mew, white monster, energy, morale. What in the brain rot fuck is that? Actually, wait, no, I do have, like, hold on, I do have, like, a thing I can... Hold, please, I actually do have a thing. It's just background music, okay? Alright, what I have to know is this, like... Yeah, there we go. Y'all get... y'all get elevator music, bitch. Ah, okay. Now what I need to see is... Does that, like... Hold on. It's hold music, yep.
Put in right there until it lights up. Now the points of
Oh god, no, we're not doing that. Hold, please. Neon. Yeah, whatever, Neon. Yeah, I just told a viewer to goon in a clearly joking manner. Alright, whatever. I don't care. Screw with it. Yeah, no. Yeah, don't be shocked. I have told people to do worse, which, by the way, I would like to clarify, in jest. In jest, I have told him to do worse. 10 hours of prison's glory. Oh, good god. I'd get copyrighted, probably, into oblivion. But yeah, no, if anything, be shocked that he did it. Not that I fucking asked him to, because I legitimately didn't think he would, by the way. Each time I did it, I was like, oh, yeah, no, he's not going to do it this time. I learned the hard way. The very, very hard way. Oh, 1800s? Bet! Hold up. Hold, please. Okay. The Prussian Glory March. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's see how this sounds. I'm not fucking playing that for 10 hours. I'm not fucking playing that for 10 fucking hours. No. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking doing that. Good God.
Disappeared because we're now saying replace those points with whatever is in that instance input. So I'm going to take my geometry from my object info and drag it into the instance.
Yeah, no, I
And
actually
look at
fucking
that.
did it.
We have got our spheres appearing all over it. And if
Yeah, no, I learned incredibly quickly that if I go, hey, goon, he'll fucking do it. He'll do it. It is, in my opinion at least, somewhat unfortunate, but what can you do about it, huh? I guess not ask him to goon again. March of the Gladiators, God. What a strange clip that it... Oh my God. Get on board then, it's like, you know what? Start gooning. Right now. Okay, I love that clip. I love it. Start gooning. Right now. No, that's one of my favorite clips now. Thank you. Thank you, Neon. Thank you. Also royalty free. Okay. Well, I'll ask who to goon. I just got back. Yeah, it does. What fits? The fucking... okay, the Prussian March does not fit me fucking around in Blender. Yeah, no, if you had clipped that entire section, you would have gotten something incredibly terrible. Like, genuinely, it would have been awful. It's a few streams back, although I will give you a hint. It is one of the Silk Song streams. It's one of them. Entry of the Gladiators fits me in general. What? Okay, you know what? Now I'm curious. Okay, fuck. Now I'm, like, actually fucking curious. Assholes. This is supposed to be a Blender stream, not me fucking getting distracted by chat. Entry of the Gladiators, okay. Oh, goddamn. Yep, that fits me. That does. I have an absolute fucking clown. You don't want to sift through that shit? Dumbass. Play Snake Eater. We need it. Carl, what did Cronus say? Oh, yeah, no. I don't think Carl was, updated to be able to be here for that yet, though. March of the fucking Gladiators. Okay, is that like the same fucking thing? Alright, yeah, no, it is the same fucking thing. Alright. Back to Blender. Play it yourself, you lazy hoe. That's fucking right. You were there but refused to talk about it? Fair. Alright, yeah, no, go have fun sifting through my fucking streams for several hours, bitch. Man, fuck you, Carl. I thought we were friends now. Don't say anything too funny. No promises. Penis. Okay.
increase the density, we've got sprinkles. And if I do a render, it will actually display. Doesn't look very good, hey, but it does work, which is the main thing right now.
Yep.
Okay, so first things first, you'll notice that as we increase the density, first problem is that they're crowding each other. They are straight up overlapping each other with...
fucking Femboy knows. Link it then? Yeah, no, don't link it. We want Neon to suffer. We want her to suffer.
No respect for its fellow sprinkle, right? Because it's just a random distribution.
We want this
so we
bitch
can
to
change
suffer.
that by going here in our distribute points on faces, change it from random distribution to Poisson disk distribution.
Okay.
Poisson. What a name. Um, so it's changed, but that's just because it's changed your density max. So just increase it again. With this Poisson disk distribution, you get this extra value here, distance min. So now if we can set a low value, we can start to delete. It's almost like each one of those points now is going to have a little radius around it. And if it detects a point within that radius, it's going to delete it. So we just need to increase it slowly, very, very slowly, until we can't see them intersecting anymore. To about there, honestly. If you go too high, like if you really wanted to make sure they weren't touching, you go really high.
Femboy knows.
But it starts to look like too even.
Femboy knows. Why knows? Good God. On your comfy Netherlands stream, you... Y'all want to see Carl say some out-of-pocket shit? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're 10% of my... Ugh. Women, no. No. I don't know about doing a stream in the Netherlands, but eventually, perhaps. Also, yeah, no, we do want to see Carl say some out-of-pocket shit.
Evenly spaced, you know? Like, yeah. It's not actually registering the other objects. It's like it's just doing this little radius thing, which just happens to be perfect for a ball-shaped object. But it's not like an advanced, like it's going to try to fill in all the gaps for you. So
there we go.
yeah,
That's
just kind of.
better.
I usually set it to like a little bit of clipping is okay, but I don't want there to be too much.
All right, then you're leaving. Okay, damn. I can't speak Danish, if that is Danish. Like I can't. Okay.
But let's go. Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
I know, you're definitely not wanted because it's not like I'm literally talking to you out of like everyone here. Totally. Uh-huh.
We'll actually adjust this later on. I'm just doing it just for this point. All right, a much bigger problem, if I hit Control-Tab to go full screen here, if I look at my mesh, I've got sprinkles everywhere. And in fact, I've actually got sprinkles underneath the icing. And that's not good because it's actually going to put that in the render. Even though you won't see it, your computer...
Oh, God. I can't say it's too crazy for you. What? Doing... What's too crazy for YouTube to allow? What? Like, tell me. Please refrain from all caps spam. Yes. Not Danish. Okay. Netherlands, not... I don't know the language of the Netherlands. I'm sorry. I don't. What the fuck indeed, Carver. What the fuck indeed. Also, what is it, like /? Yeah, no, it is. Alright, yeah, no, we know hotkeys. Let's go.
Computer is going to use resources to render little individual balls underneath the icing.
That you can't even
which
fucking
is not what
see.
we want, obviously. So, going back here, what we need to do to fix this is we need to do weight painting, okay?
Weight painting.
It's not texture painting. It's a special thing called weight painting. So with your icing selected, if you go from your object mode, you'll see one there called weight paint. Now, your mesh will become blue. And
blue.
Weight paint is actually referenced in multiple parts of Blender.
Wait, why isn't the entire mesh blue? What the fuck? YouTube ain't letting you say it? Damn. Yes, rendering little individual balls. Yeah, exactly. My fucking hair is on my forehead now. Fuck.
If you're doing rig...
Oh, I know, it's like Alt-H, right? There we go. That should fix it. Much better, much better. And unslash. Yeah, there we go. We're good. We're good. Someone clip Carl. I'm gonna say balls aggressively. Instead, I now introduce you to Carl saying horny. What? Carl, did you horny? What the fuck?
Rigging an animation, you would use weight painting a lot during the rigging step to assign values to certain bones.
Right,
Essentially,
okay.
what it's doing is it's allowing you to paint a value between 0 and 1 onto any part of the mesh and then reference that however you want. So we can then reference that weight paint mask in our geometry nodes and use this almost as, well, exactly as a mask for our sprinkles. So if we just do some paint right here on it, you'll see that we have some colors, right? Now these colors aren't going to appear in the render. It's just for you to visualize those values. The blue value means a value of 0, and the red value is a 0 of 1. I believe actually in maybe not the next version of Blender, but maybe the version, I don't know, but they're planning to change the colors of this. So depending on the value, on how late watching this you are, your colors might be different here, but it should be the same. Essentially, you should have a brush of 1, and you should be able to paint from 0, which would give a blue value in this case, to a value of 1. So whatever is 1, whatever is red, is where our sprinkles will go.
Okay,
but you'll
makes
notice
sense.
that this is not having any effect. Okay, so we need to reference it. Now, that weight paint that we just did is actually...
Oh, who the fuck DM'd me? The things I do to that USB port, what the fuck? I am not calling you a good fucking pup. No. You're supposed to throw it down, but not like this. Oh no. Who the fuck DM'd me? Oh, alright, yeah, no, I can actually take care of this real quick. Okay, back to...
If we go to our data tab here, it's actually a
How the fuck is that?
vertex group. Our sprinkles will go. But you'll notice that this is not having any effect. Okay, so we need to reference it. Now, that weight paint that we just did is actually, if we go to our data tab here, it's actually a vertex group. Okay, so that's where that paint went. So you could actually create multiple weight paint
Have someone
types
else who will?
just by
Alright,
like
good.
creating them here. But we've just created one, and it's added one here for us. So we can give it a name by double clicking it, and let's call it sprinkle mask. Okay. In fact, is it a mask? It's more of a density, sprinkle density, I guess, because it's not a masking out. Anyway, all right, sprinkle density. Okay, and where I want to reference this in my geometry node stack.
Potentially unwanted program? What the fuck? You gotta get out your antivirus? Damn, okay.
Is in the distribute points on faces, there is one value here called density factor, which we got when we used the Poisson disk thing. And this is just a value of 0 to 1. Very convenient. So if I drag out from here and then release, I can add in a new node and it'll just automatically connect it. And the node that you're looking for is called the named attribute. Don't feel bad if you're like, well, how would I know that it's called the named attribute? Because it's called vertex groups over here. You think like, okay, I'm going to type in vertex group, but it's an attribute, but it's one of many attributes, and geometry nodes can do many things, so it's just called the named attribute. So anyways. All right.
Yes,
so
of course I'm happy
underneath
that a viewer
name-
got a partner. Of course I'm happy. Say blow height 3 times in a row, you'll suddenly become gay. Nothing happened because you already were. Okay.
We're just going to click that box and you'll get a pop-up or pop-down, and you're looking for sprinkle density. And there it is. Haha. So now going back into weight paint mode,
Yeah.
we can act like an artist and put the sprinkles wherever we want, sprinkles on our donut, which is really cool. So sprinkles are typically, they're like on a plate, and then the wet donut
Where is it?
with icing on it is just like dabbed onto it. So you get like a heavy amount of sprinkles right on the top like that, and then less around the sides. And then I usually do like a few like dabs like this just for some variance. And then also, if you hold down Control, that will do so the weight that's being painted is 1, but if I hold down Control, it's going to do a negative value. And I can adjust my strength there as well, and I can just do some negative paints across it, maybe a couple here as well. And I'm trying to deliberately make it look choppy, because I find that if you make it look too like uniform, then it just looks very boring and artificial. Because the real world would have more sprinkles collecting in certain areas than others, right? Maybe it's just like wetter on that part, right? So more would stick to it, or more force was put on that part of the plate as the donut was dabbed into it, right? You just kind of have to think of this stuff.
I'm
Because
doing it with
in
a
the
blank
digital world, it's
fucking
far
brain.
too easy to make something that looks predictable and boring, and we don't want that. But there we go, something like that. And you could obviously finesse it and make it better than what it is, but that's what we've got. You'll notice each of these spheres have a very jagged looking shape, and that's because the sphere itself down here.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I don't think I mentioned this. If you want to quickly zoom to an object without having to find it and pan around, number pad period. Probably should have mentioned that before, but haven't really needed it because we haven't.
Wait, what? Fuck, I wasn't paying attention.
Down here. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this. If you want to quickly zoom to an object without having to find it and pan around, number pad period key. Probably should have mentioned that before, but haven't really needed it because we have not worked with that many objects.
Can you just eat? Can you eat this one? No, I'm sorry, but no. How the turns have tabled. Now you're the lonesome one. Yeah, I know. Feel bad for whatever fucking reason, I guess.
But that'll focus to that object. If you're on a laptop, by the way, if you hold down the tilde key, that'll bring up this section here, and then you've got view selected right there.
Okay,
so
okay.
tilde is that key underneath your escape key. But anyways, so this is what our sphere looks like. So right click, shade smooth, and now all those sprinkles have a shade smooth. Haha, very nice. All right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut and create 2, and then on the second donut you're like, hey, I want to have some spice.
Then you'll eat mine.
I want to have
Don't.
the exact same count of sprinkles across both donuts. Let's give a different value to this one over.
Okay, so if I do entire donut, therefore, and then Control C, Control V, and then G, and then Wump, and then Control Z because that didn't do it right. No, I don't want the fucking plane. Just want. What? Why is the light selected? God damn it. Little do they know, I sacrificed my life realistically to give them one. What the fuck? No, I will not be going over there to your place. I don't even know how old you are.
Over here. All right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut and create 2, and then on the second donut you're like, hey, I want to have some spice in my scene. I don't want to have the exact same count of sprinkles across both donuts. Let's give a different value to this one over here.
Let me just fucking G and then middle mouse and then that. Why is it like snapping to that? Fuck. Why the fuck is it like snapping and shit? Weirdly. Didn't feel like above it.
Well, you can see that they are now sharing the same value because this node group here is being linked across both objects. But if you wanted, I mean, you could like, make it its own single object so that they're not linked. But if you wanted everything else to remain the same, so that let's say you change the sprinkle at some point, that's preserved across it. But that one value you want to be different across multiple objects, you can expose it. So just like what I did at the start, if I drag out from the value I want to expose, and then I put it up to here.
It is not working properly. Oh, dear God. Ah, oh, fuck. Remember to like the stream. Yeah, damn right. Why are you laughing at Paprika? Wizard Cat Femboy. Yeah, no, someone should do that. Too bad it ain't gonna be me, though. Oh, fuck my ass. How do I fucking...
This value setting with erring and issue that you might... Haha. Very nice. All right. Now, let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut and create two... and
How do you fucking duplicate it? What the fuck?
Very nice. All right. Now, let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut...
What?
And create two, and then on the second donut, you're like, hey, I want to have some spice.
Fuck my ass. CoronaFeb 2025. Yeah, absolutely. No! Hungary. Oh, what the fuck? Make a dozen cream-filled donuts. One of them is sour cream instead of Boston cream. Okay, no, I like that. I like that. That's a good idea. Get disliked. Oh, yeah, thanks for your interaction, though. It doesn't show up as, like, the regional indicator on my overlay, so, yeah.
In my scene, and then on the second donut, all right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut...
What the fuck? Okay. You're not the horny one. No, you've never been, like, just the horny one. Let me just look up the duplicate hotkey. Shift D. Fuck. Should've fucking... Alright, so... No, 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 no. Fuck. Alright, there. Why are there several fucking donuts? I don't imagine I'll be needing those in all actuality. Why were there, like, multiple fucking donuts and shit? Fuck. Alright, so yeah, no, this is me, you get a warning for the word come. Yeah, no, get fucked. Yeah, now you actually need to be interesting. Corona's no, you're not gonna put your sour cream in. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are never putting your sour cream in my tongue. No one is. That's purely just because, your mom, liberal. Yeah, no, you're just saying the most vile shit, and, fucking, yeah, no one cares. Like, no one is doing anything, and, God God damn, this is not going well. Fuck. What the fuck was this hotkey combo?
So tilde is that key underneath your escape key. But anyways, so this is what our sphere looks like. So right click, shade smooth, and now all those sprinkles have...
Yeah, no, I read your messages first.
Haha, very nice. All right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut,
Okay, what is that fucking key combination? What the hell?
a quick little issue that you might...
Because nothing is happening, not the other way around? Yeah. Fucking... Alright, well, this is me struggling with duplicating an object. Shut up.
Ah, very nice. All right, now let me just show you a quick little issue that you might run into. If you were to duplicate your donut and create two, and then on the second donut you're like, hey, I want to have some spice in my scene. I don't want to have the exact same count of sprinkles across both donuts. Let's give a different value to this one over here. Well, you can see that they are now sharing the same value because this node group here is being linked across both objects. But if you wanted, I mean, you could like, you know, make it its own single object so that they're not linked. But if you wanted every...
Fuck. Dementia, yes. Control-C, Control-V. The thing is, I tried that, and it's terrible. I tried that, and it didn't fucking work how it works for him, so... Fuck my ass. Am I even supposed to... You know, I'll just watch the rest of this.
To remain the same, so that let's say you know, change the sprinkle at some point. That's preserved across it. But that one value, you want to be different across multiple objects, you can expose it. So just like what I did at the start, if I drag out from the value I want to expose, and then I put it up to here in my group input, the empty slot, if I just release it, it's now disappeared, the value's disappeared from here, and it's now appeared in my modify stack over here. And now I can put in a different value. So this has now got a value of 2000, and this one is 500.
You know who
so
else
essentially
has dementia?
By dragging it out and exposing it, it's essentially removing the value from this node setup and saying this is its own separate thing, which is independent per object. And it has a two birds, one stone kind of effect that it makes it more accessible. So in a completely different part of Blender, I'm working on my scene and I'm just very quickly giving different sprinkle amounts to different donuts, right? Like a madman, right? No one can stop me. But yeah, very cool. And that's now exposed. Oh, the other thing we probably want to do though, with that this group input here, is I want to give it a different name because density max, you know, not really that useful. I can call it sprinkle density, right? So now it's like a fully customized little node group that I could drop on any object. I could be building a car in the future and I'm like, it needs sprinkles. And I can just drop this on it and I've got a sprinkle density value for my car, right? So you can see how geometry nodes, you can build something really customized for what you want, and then it's just readily accessible every time you need to use it. Awesome. Now, one issue that I will show you with this, and
okay, there. The doctor said you have Alzheimer's. Like, bro, I don't remember asking. Shut the fuck up. Shut the actual hell up. Oh yeah, no, so it is like actually fucking with it. So, what the hell did he say to do?
Actually, it's the density in the customized little node sprinkle density, right? And I'm just very makes node setup and saying 1000. And now the values disappear. Empty slot I want to expose, and then I put it up to here in my group input, the empty slot. If I just release it, it's now disappeared. The value's disappeared from here, and it's now appeared in my modify stack over here. And now I can put in a different value. So this has now got a value of 2000, and this one is 500. So essentially, by dragging it out and exposing it, it's essentially removing the value from this node setup and saying this is its own separate thing, which is independent per object.
Right, okay.
And it has a two birds, one stone kind of effect that it makes it more accessible. So in a completely
Huh.
different part of Blender, I'm working on my scene and I'm just very quickly giving different sprinkle amounts to different
Wait.
donuts, right? Like a madman, right? No one can stop me. But yeah, very cool. And that's now
What the
exposed.
fuck? Oh, you can't make fucking polls? Oh, that sucks. I think that might be like a fucking thing. Hold on. Okay, hold on, hold on. Oh, no, that's like a channel thing for whatever fucking reason. Okay. I'm gonna have to be able to do that, like, manually. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know why that was off, but whatever. There you go. There you go, it works. It should work now. Okay. Fuck. Forgetting your own name? What the hell? Polka when? Eventually. Yo, Carl, maybe get in the Thunderdome real quick, because Carver's gonna beat your ass. Also, what is all this? What the fuck is all this? Oh, god damn it. What the hell? Okay, what the fuck? I should not be duplicating things all willy-nilly. Fuck. More cat noises. Also, yes, that was a Pokemon reference.
Oh, the other thing we probably want to do though, with that this group input here, is I want to give it a different name because density max, not really that useful. I can call it sprinkle density, right? So now it's like a fully customized little node group that I could drop on any object. I could be building a car in the future. And I'm
Okay,
like,
why
"Hey,
in
we
the
need
fuck?
sprinkles." And I can just drop this on it, and I've got a sprinkle density value for my car, right? So you can see how geometry nodes,
Why
you
are there
can
two
build something
icings?
really customized for what you want, and then it's just readily accessible every time you need to
Three,
use it.
actually. Alright, hold on. That's a fucking error. Hold on. That's a... That makes no damn sense. Okay, there we go. Now we should be good. Now if I highlight that, and then Shift D, and then move you over to there, and then I fucking close that up. Should only be that icing, okay. Okay, looking good, looking good. We're gonna do a nice 800 for this. Okay, perf, I figured it out. Get in your bruh. Bruh. Okay, that's incredible. But yeah, okay, we did it. I did it. I figured it out.
Awesome. Now, one issue that I will show you with this, and actually it's not specific to geometry nodes, but this entire time, for all these videos, we've been building a donut which is too big. So if you hit N in your properties, oh, that's the polygon thing, you can see...
Alright, cool. I'll just check this, and then... What is it? N? M? What?
the size for this every time you need to use it. Awesome. Now, one issue that I will show you with this, and actually it's not specific to geometry nodes, but this entire time, for all these videos, we've been building a donut which is too big. So if you hit N in your properties, oh, that's the polygon thing, you can see the size, the dimensions of your donut is 1.2 by 1.2 meters.
Yeah. Would y'all eat a 1 by 1 meter donut? That'd be fun, right? You love making a reference to a reference? Yeah, I fucking hate you. Not really, though. Yeah, make your references while you still can. Why are you posting organs in chat? Is that the list you have? I'd like to buy a few if that's okay. Specifically some brain, heart, and lungs, actually. That'd be nice. You are currently making the laws against death claws? Good. Good. Absolutely good.
For Americans, oh, actually, yeah, you can change it. You could change your units to the wacky Imperial one.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not doing Imperial for this at all. I'm not doing Imperial. No, we're using metric.
Yeah, 4 feet, right? Okay. Which is way too big. Okay. Now, why does it matter, right? Because, like, okay, if you're looking at this, how are you to actually know that this is 1.2 meters rather than the regular size donut?
You can in Fallout New Vegas
yet,
too.
but when we get to like rendering with depth of field, or maybe you want to import other objects from other scenes, having a value that is actually true to the object will save you so much time, and it'll also make it so that your camera settings, etc., are actually correct. So that bit is very important. So essentially, we should resize this. And really, a real donut is about 12 centimeters, which is exactly 1/10 of what we've got right here. So if we select everything in the entire scene, which you can do by just hitting A for everything, I don't know.
Everything.
A for all, yeah, that makes more sense, okay. Then, if we hit S to scale, okay, we're now in a scale, oh, actually, okay. Well, now it's going to scale it, and the plane is going to be off the ground. Okay. All right, well, let's not scale the lamp and the camera. So everything else, selecting the donut, the lamp, the donut, the plane, and the sphere. Then S, and then I want to scale it by exactly 10%. Now, how could I do that? Well, if you look in the top left-hand corner, you've got the values there. And if I went to 0.1, then it would be exactly 1/10 of what it was. But how can I get it exactly at 0.1? Well, 2 things. One, if you hold down Control, when you're moving any value in Blender, it'll move it in increments, which in this case is 0.1. But you can also actually just type in the exact value you want, 0.1, and hit Enter. And now, if we look at the size of our donut, click N, hit N, you can see it's 0.12 meters, or centimeters, you know. Anyway, and that's great.
All right,
but
good.
there is a problem. What you might...
The fuck? No, they're not meant to be off the ground. Plains are grassy ground. Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, kinda. Oh my fucking god. I'm not fucking playing that. That one would actually get me copyright struck for a fact. I know that like too fucking well.
Might notice, I mean, there's not a problem now, but when you change the scale or the rotation of an object, actually, it's only changed its its local scale. It hasn't actually applied it on a global level yet. So the sprinkle here and the donut have actually got a like pretend value. The scale is set at 0.2, and it's almost like it's saying to the scene, that's not its real scale. It's just been faked to be that size yet. It needs to be applied if you want to like confirm really that this is the true scale or rotation of the thing. And you do that by selecting the things and then hitting Control A and then applying scale. Okay, so now we've done that, we can see
let me do that real quick. Yeah, now the fucking sprinkles are gone.
Something's changed. So our donut here with the sprinkles has now massively changed.
When are we doing VR chat karaoke? When I finally build my model, which isn't taking too long, actually. I'll be like working on it a bit after the stream. Why do you want to crack Toby Fox? Why?
Density count. And the reason for this is that, if we go geometry nodes again, let's zoom in here. Let's look at it with this. This density, this sprinkle density, is actually not the count of sprinkles at all. It's the density in relation to the whole scene. And the way I think of it is like, it's a weird visualization, but if you've got a car and it's...
Yeah, no, Invisible is not in MGS5, unfortunately. Alright, basically, Toby Fox is incredibly attractive, apparently, for whatever. The 10th anniversary stream? Oh, good God.
Driving along a highway, right? A certain amount of bugs are going to hit the windshield, okay? And the bugs could be defined by here. But the smaller the object is, right? You could have the same amount of bugs going across the highway, but if it was like a tiny Matchbox car, there's going to be very few bugs that's going to hit it, okay? So the density is kind of like the density of the world, and now that we've made the object smaller, there's only 3 sprinkles left. There's only 3 bugs that's hit the windshield of our donut here. So this value now needs to be much bigger. In fact, it needs to be exactly like if it was 6,000 before, it needs to be 60,000 now. But the problem is that it's not just a value here. The distance min value has also changed because this is also based on a real world value. So this now needs to be really small. So let's try 0.01. And that's actually pretty good, I think. There's a little bit of overlap, but that's roughly kind of what we want.
Yeah, okay.
And let's see if I can increase this. Yeah, so if I want this density to be really dense, I would have to increase it to a crazy number. Now, something I like to do personally, this isn't, you have to do this, but you notice how like this number is really large. And if I want to increase or lower my sprinkle value, and I'm in a different part of Blender, if I'm just dragging this value, it's having no effect
green
because
shell
the range, like the scale of it is just so large. So what I actually do is I set it to a value that I think makes sense, which in this case is 200. And then whatever the value was before, it was 200,000, right? I do a math value inside of my geometry node setup. Between here and here, I do a math calculation to multiply that by the value that it needs to be, almost as like a scale adjustment. So you can do it with just one node, Shift A, Utilities, Math, and just drop it in here. Now the math, I said I want to multiply it, so I need to change it from add to a multiply. And math is the most versatile of any node. You can do all sorts of stuff, but multiply. So multiply, and it was 200,000 before. So if I want this value 200, then I just add 1,000. Yes, that's correct. Okay. So now I can very quickly change the scale of the sprinkles across the donut without having to like manually type in the value. I can just move it back and forth. And there you go. So that's it. So we've changed the scale of it to what it should be.
We do need Hiskit 2.0. We do. Carl versus... no, we're not doing that again. We do need Hiskit 2.0. 100%.
We've got a correct density. Sorry, we've got a correct sprinkle setup, looking good. In the next part, we are going to be adding long sprinkles to our donuts because this round one is okay. And I originally was just going to go round to try and keep it simple, but there's also, I don't know, the long sprinkles just look way nicer. But you do have to do some different rotation math and stuff, so we're going to do that in a whole second video. So click here on the screen to...
Yes, we do need a second schizophrenic. Where's the Four Eyes PFP? So, basically, Jackie, I will be using the Rin Itoshi profile pic until either A, I get my character sheet done, and then I can, like, rip the profile pic off that, or B, I get my model done. By the way, it's gonna be, like, when I get my character sheet done, I will... I suppose change the PFP back. Oh my god, do not be putting actual goon fuel in my chat, motherfucker. No, but like, for real though, do not. Yeah, put that in the deep cavern, motherfucker, genuinely. We do not need to be gooning mid-fucking Blender educational stream. You know what, if Blender Guru here was watching this stream right now, I bet he would be incredibly sad to hear that you were putting goon fuel in this stream. I bet he'd be incredibly disappointed. You should feel ashamed. Absolutely not. Never did that again. But like for real though, do not do that shit again. I do not need my shit getting banned over something you said. I do not need my viewers gooning mid-chat. I said it jokingly, dummy. I said it jokingly, okay? Oh, fucking hell. Okay, how long have I been fucking going for at the moment? Oh god, an hour already. Okay, I'm not bad at this, I swear. I wanted to see Crow's reaction and I'm not disappointed. Yeah. Ugh, god damn it. God fucking damn it. I meant it as a joke, you dits. You see, this is why I hate electrical engineering students. It's because you guys are so dumb. Like, actually, just too dumb. You're oh, fuck's sake. Of course you're gooning to me right now. I don't even have a fucking model. Happy 1 hour of streaming? Yeah, thank you. It's, alright, next up, I suppose. Next up. I'm deleting the, where is it? This donut. I'm deleting that one. Entirely. Okay, we're good. 1 hour and 60 minutes. Hey, be nice to Carl. Come on. Be nice. Alright, next topic.
Round sprinkles. Why not long sprinkles? It'll be...
Andrew, please, never do that again. At least I assume your name is Andrew. You look like an Andrew.
more interesting, and it'll enable us to learn some new techniques about Blender, which is what this whole series is about.
Now shut up, you fucking... Shut up.
So first things first, we need to model those sprinkles. So let's move to the left here, and we want to add an object. We haven't mentioned it before, but when you add an object, it's going to put it at your 3D cursor, and your 3D cursor is that thing. That weird little thing, little crosshair at the bottom there. That's your 3D cursor. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know, Blender has a 3D cursor, maybe other applications don't.
Roblox reset character IRL, damn. What does that mean, Carl? No. I think you know what that means. I think you know what that means. I think you know what that means. Yeah, no, your father is very disappointed in you, Neon. I can't believe I adopted you. Ugh.
It's going to put it there. And if you don't want it there, you can move that 3D cursor somewhere else by hitting Shift and right-clicking. And you can see it's now moved it and actually attached it to the plane, which is where we would want it. If you don't have a mouse, do get a mouse. But in the interim, you can also use the cursor tool, and that'll do the same thing.
You don't know? All right, keep it that way. Keep it that way.
All right, so we're adding long sprinkles. So obviously the object that we want to add is Shift-A, Mesh. It's the cylinder. Okay. Too big by default. So let's change this little thing, bring this up. Change the radius all the way to its lowest and the depth all the way to its lowest as well. And the vertices, that's the like the resolution, right? Oh, we'll fix that in a sec. The resolution would be way too high at 32 to be scattered on an object. So let's set this to 12. And that'll be just enough that it won't look jagged and it'll look smooth. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to move this up just so it's above the plane. Z. Okay.
Right, how many fucking vertices am I supposed to have?
And that'll be just enough that it won't look jagged and it'll look smooth. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to move this up just so it's above the plane. Z. Okay. Now, this problem that you have, if you go in too far, it disappears.
I will never forgive you, though, Carl. I know you are following the Patriots' will. Oh, good God.
The reason for that is that Blender has a clipping start value. And because we're working at such a small scale, we've got sprinkle-sized things now, it's too small and it's clipping it out. So if you hit N and go to your View tab, the clip start value there, it's 1 centimeter by default, drag it all...
Where the fuck is that?
Way to the left, and it's now a millimeter, and it will have fixed that. I don't know why it's not the default. Like, maybe somebody can tell me why is that not the default value. Maybe there's a reason, but to me that would make sense, because then you never have this problem. I don't know any disadvantages. So anyway, we've got the base of a...
How the fuck do I... okay, how do I center my view on that? Ooh, wow. Okay, so it's just... I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to, like, fucking do that. Alright, there.
Sprinkle,
God.
need to make it long, so tab into edit mode, S, scale it Z along the Z axis to elongate it, and now we've got the rough length of a sprinkle. But how long is a sprinkle? There's no actual answer to that. If you look at reference, they are all over the place. The government evidently never stepped in and said, like, we're going to regulate it. This is the length of a sprinkle. This is the size of a sprinkle. I mean, it's the Wild West out there. They're doing crazy things.
No, you're not getting Subway Surfers,
what that means
motherfucker.
as artists is we get to pick whatever is most visually pleasing.
Jax versus
And
Scooby
I
Doo.
like
Why
the
is
ones
that on your fucking recommended? Why is that on your shorts? Why? What the fuck?
which are more readable. And to show you what I mean, if we pull up two, right? This one on the left is like large sprinkles, right? Very like bold. Right. And then the one on the right here is like long, thin, wispy ones that
okay,
cool. Get stuck in your teeth. And if we zoom out on this,
have a good one, Neon.
On this, you can see that the ones on the right tend to kind of like the colors and everything just kind of blur together and it just looks like a donut. Whereas the one on the left, the sprinkles are still readable. So that's what we mean by readable, and that's the one I like the most. So we're going to go with some larger looking long sprinkles. But you can see that the sizes, there's no standard
it's not
size
so
because
odd, but like...
I think it's actually like, it's from a piping bag.
Edging battles are odd.
But you can just pipe out icing, and then when it dries, you just smash it up and it becomes sprinkles. But yeah, they just come out at any odd size. So we got long ones, we got medium ones, we got short ones, and we've even got some curvy looking ones, right? These little like just slightly bent-ish looking ones. So we're going to model small, medium, large, and a bent-ish looking one, and then we're going to scatter that across the object. So back in Blender, this is going to be, this will be the short one, okay? But the end, speaking of which, this end bit here, it's a very sharp edge, and even if we hit shade smooth, it's not going to solve it. We want that like...
All right. 14% of my viewership, I do not fucking care. It's you. You never pop in anyway. Like, it's not all that big a loss.
Like a rounded form to it, not this horrible blobby looking shape. Because the reference, again, you can see, it's a different reference now, is a rounded shape, right? Okay. So to create that rounded form, we're going to create a bevel. And so I want you to go into face select mode, okay, which you can do by that. So this is the faces, right? This is the...
Imagine having a viewership in the first place, dude, right? Could not be fucking me.
edges. If you go to edge select mode, and then this is the face there. So
what the fuck?
oh, it's a different reference now. Is a rounded shape. All right.
Yeah,
so
hang
to
on.
create
Guess what?
that
6,
rounded
7.
form, we're going to create a bevel, and so I want you to go into face select mode, okay, which you can do by that. So this is the faces, right? This is the edges. If you go to edge select mode, and then this is the face there. So
Okay.
select the bottom and the top face like that. And then
Okay, why is my thing doinking it about? Neon sign, Lamal got him. Oh, you got fucked up. Okay, I need to look at a different fucking. Okay. Oh, fucking. There.
which will immediately become clear when you do it. Control B.
I am not teaching you how to edge. Carl, do what to me? Okay, why is it like lighting that up? What the fuck?
And now that we're in this state, as we pull out, we can change the amount of
Timed
the bevel.
out to the brain rot.
And this
Insane.
is, you can see it's like, yeah, it's just adding a 45-degree angle on that corner there. But if you scroll up, it's going to add another level.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, don't touch me. No, I'm not teaching you how to edge. No.
I want you to go into face select mode, okay, which you can do by that. So this is the faces, right? This is the edges. If you go to edge select mode, and then this is the face there. So select the bottom and the top face like that. And then we're going to add a bevel, which will immediately become clear when you do it. Control B. And now that we're in this state, as we pull out, we can change the amount of the bevel. And this is, you can see it's like, yeah, it's just adding a 45-degree angle on that corner there. But if you scroll up, it's going to add another level to it. And if you scroll up again, it's going to add another level to that.
It's going to be soup.
So we can very quickly create a rounded edge to the sprinkle. You don't want to go too much high because, again, this is going to be scattered all over the donut. You don't want to go too high poly. So that'll do. So that's a simple bevel operation, and it's very common when you're modeling. So, yeah, Control B is how you do that. All right, so look at that. We've got one sprinkle. So now we will need to create 3 more. So this is the small. So let's go Shift D.
Okay, add tab, and then that, and then Shift D.
And then X to just move it along the X-axis. This is going to be the medium one. So edit mode. And I'm going to go into toggle wireframe and...
How the fuck do you... Is it just... Yeah, okay. You know what? We're viewing all wireframes. Fuck me. Alright, might be back soon. Yeah, have a good one. You're gonna use Carl like a what? Dude, what the hell? What the fuck? Ew.
Vertices. More. So this is the small. So let's go Shift D and then X to just move it along the X-axis. This is going to be the medium one. So edit mode. And I'm going to go into toggle wireframe and
what the fuck was that?
And I'm going to go into toggle wireframe.
Had an intrusive thought? Goddamn. Yep, have a good session, I suppose.
D, and then X to just move it along the X-axis. This is going to be the medium one. So edit mode, and I'm going to go into toggle wireframe and vertice select mode. And now selecting the top part of the sprinkle, hit G, Z, and I'm going to move, oops, if you've got proportional editing, turn that off. G, Z, move that up. Okay, that'll be the medium one. Yep. And now Shift D, X, move it along. This is going to be the long one. So edit mode, and again, G, Z, move it up. And this is
Okay, yeah, hold on. Hold on, hold, please. Let's see if I can do that from, like, fucking memory. I cannot fucking do it from memory. Vegan Alliance? Okay, no, we're not doing that. Or, oh my god, no. As someone who is almost strictly a carnivore, no. We look related, what?
going to be, yep. And now Shift D, X, move it along. This is going to be the long one. So edit mode, and again, G, Z, move it up. And this is going to be the long sprinkle. I don't go too long, maybe that long, okay. And then I want to make a bent sprinkle. It's slightly like curved. So Shift D, X, move it across.
Okay, yeah, no, I will get faster at that eventually. We making Wi-Fi in this bitch.
And now with this one, if I was to try to like curve this out, there's not enough information here. Like if I move that, it's just a straight edge there. So if I want to make it curved, I got to have more geometry there. So like we've done in the past, Control R is how you create a loop cut. So when you do that, it says, where do you want to put it? I want more than one though. So I'm going to scroll up till I get, yeah, just a bunch of loops until I get what looks like square faces on those points, somewhere around that. I don't want to go too high poly. Yeah, like that. What is that? That's in the bottom left-hand corner. 8 cuts. Okay. Click, and then it's saying where do you want to place it. Right-click to cancel the movement so it places it right in the center. And now, there we go. Okay. Now we've got this one over here that is just long and straight but low poly, and this one, same shape but high poly.
Okay, okay.
So to add a bend to it, in previous tutorials, I actually went into like edit mode and we did like proportional editing, and it was just complicated and it actually didn't look great.
That does
I've learned actually
messy.
there's a modifier that'll do it very simply. Go to your modifier stack, add modifier. You could find it inside here, or you could search for it, but it's the simple deform modifier. So add that, and by default it is wrong, so change it from twist to bend. And look at that, we've got our sprinkle. Ha!
Chat, do your shit bend like that? Nah, nah. Oh, good God. Alright. Yeah, no. Well, guess who's not here to clip that?
And you can very easily, whoops, change the amount from a little curve to a large curve. And I think somewhere around the 30-degree mark. You will notice though that it's like it's bent more at this angle, and that's because it's bending it according to the origin point. So you see these little dots? You might have wondered what they are in Blender. That's called your origin point, and it's used for a lot of things. Like if you rotate an object, you can see it's rotating from the point of that origin point. Like physics, a bunch of things use the origin point. The best way to think of it is like the center of mass.
Oh, you are here to clip it. Okay, good. Good, okay.
The object. So generally speaking, as a rule of thumb, you want it to be in the center of the object. And you can do it very quickly. You select multiple objects. You want to clear its origin point. Shift, select all of them, and then right-click, and then say Set Origin to Geometry. And now you can see it's put it in the middle. And now our curve is actually based on the...
What the fuck was that?
You select multiple objects. You want to clear its origin point. Shift, select all of them, and then right-click, and then say Set Origin to Geometry. And now you can see it's put it in the middle. And now our curve is actually based on the starting in the middle, which is what we want.
I could clip it, but I wouldn't. I am very lazy about that sort of thing. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, no, Neon can do it. Yeah, Neon can do it.
So yay for us. Now I need to apply this or else the next part it'll go wonky. So apply your simple deform so that it's actually realized onto the mesh. Okay, so going to your outline, you can see we started from humble beginnings, but we've now got too much going on, and it's all starting to get a little bit chaotic. So the way you organize things in your outline and in Blender generally is you can group things together by creating collections. So by default, we've actually got one collection already, just called collection, but we can create new collections by this little button in the top right-hand corner to create a new collection. And I want to create it outside of our... I mean, I don't actually know if we need, like, I don't know why it creates a collection for you.
What'd you miss?
I mean,
Nothing.
it's in the scene collection. So anyways, I don't know if we actually need that one. So we create a new collection just by hitting that, and we can double click it to rename it to be whatever it is we want. So I'm going to call this sprinkles, okay? And because we have two types of sprinkles, we have the sphere round sprinkle, and then we have these long sprinkles.
Right, okay.
I'm going to create two other collections within this collection. So hitting new again, you can see it's placed it underneath it, and I'm going to call this one round. And then clicking sprinkles again, I'll add another collection, and this one I will call long. Oh, wait, sorry, this one, long. There we go. Okay, so to move something to a collection, you can do it one of two ways. One, you can select the sphere, which is the round. Remember, it's this little guy over here, the little tiny round sprinkle. You can just drag that into the that collection, and you can see it's now moved it there. The other way is in your 3D viewport.
Yeah,
if you
there we go.
select all of the objects that you want to move
It do bend
to
like
a
that?
new collection,
Okay, good to know.
hit M, and it brings up this, and you just say move to the sprinkles long sub collection. There we go. And now they're all moved there.
Okay.
And now this one here, if you wanted to give this a name, you could. We got the camera, we got the light, we got the plane. Yeah, you know what? Let's move our donut and our icing. Let's move that to a new collection as well. So M, and we can actually create a new collection from the move options as well. So I'm going to go new, and let's call this let's say donuts, because we're going to duplicate it and make more donuts in the future. So donuts. Okay. Great, so now this one here has got the camera, the light, and the plane. So I'm going to do what I sometimes do with a scene is just call this one ENV, which is for environment. Since this is a tutorial, I'll actually just type it out. I'm not going to be lazy. Environment. Okay, so we've got some organization in our scene so that as we add and grow our scene, it's not going to get too crazy. All right, so it's also good that we've created collections because we can now use that to scatter across the geometry nodes. So with our donut here, so the icing and the donut, we're going to create a duplicate, and this is going to be the variant with the long sprinkles.
Okay.
So Shift D, and then hit X to move it along the X axis. So it's just placed next to it. And then clicking your icing,
Oh, ew.
you can see we've got the modifier stack that we created the geometry nodes on. And if we were to start tweaking this and make this look like long sprinkles, it would apply to this one over here, because we can see that little number next to it, and that number, if you hover over it.
Okay, fuck. Hold, please. That's gonna be doing again. Wait, what? What do you mean I fucking invaded the... Okay. I'm having a stroke.
Mentioned it before. And place D, and then so we've got some tutorial with the scene. Great options as well. So I'm going to go new, and let's call this.
Oh, that explains why that wasn't like properly doing it earlier.
Let's say donuts, because we're going to duplicate it. And
Your
make more
overlay
donuts
is
in the
fucked,
future.
yeah, I bet.
So donuts. Okay.
Like, Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that a bit. Delayed as hell? Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm getting a better fucking one after the stream. Don't worry.
Great. So now this one here has got the camera, the light, and the plane. So I'm going to do what I sometimes do with a scene is just call this one ENV, which is for environment. Since this is a tutorial, I'll actually just type it out. I'm not.
Actually, I wonder if I could just like change that in fucking settings. Hold on. I cannot. Alright, cool. I'm gonna have to like entirely refactor this later. Okay.
Lazy. Environment. Okay, so we've got some organization in our scene so that as we add and grow our scene, it's not going to get too crazy. All right, so it's also good that we've created collections because we can now use that to scatter across the geometry nodes. So with our donut here, so the icing and the donut, we're going to create a duplicate, and this is going to be the variant with the long sprinkles. So Shift D and then hit X to move it along the X axis. So it's just placed next to it. And then clicking your icing, you can see we've got the modifier stack that we created the geometry nodes on. And if we were to start tweaking this and make this look like long sprinkles, it would apply to this one over here because we can see that little...
Okay, wait. Fuck. Fuck. You're having a stroke? So remote. Okay, buddy. Alright, that one I cannot translate by guesswork. Fucking.
little number next to it, and that number, if you hover over it, I think we mentioned it before, but displays the number of users sharing this data. So any change you make to this is going to be reflected on that one. So if we click the 2 button, it's now independent, so we'll now have 2 different versions. So the one on the left, the original one, let's call that round sprinkles, and the one on the right, let's call that one long. Brain fart for a second there. Long sprinkles. Okay. And now with that object selected, let's go back to the geometry nodes tab. Okay. All right. So make sure you're looking at the right object. Make sure it's the one with long sprinkles in the name. And if we were to start editing here, we would have we would have made one big mistake.
Right.
And it's because this is actually not the long sprinkles node setup. We clicked the pin button. Remember that? The pin means it's always going to be there, even if it's another object with a different geometry node setup.
Okay.
So remember, yeah, it's a common mistake. You always do
just
it.
use Google Translate. I'm not doing that midstream. Okay, I'm doing that midstream. Hold on. Hold, please. No, what kind of worker? I still don't understand. I'm not doing that shit again. You know what? Hold, please. I'm doing that shit again. Yeah, alright, okay. I hit Google Translate. I get the idea. Absolutely the fuck not. What the fuck about your wife being a giant owl? Okay, whatever. I'm getting some weird DMs. Hold music fills you with dread you don't understand. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel absolute dread, Carver. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it.
Make sure you're looking at the one that has long sprinkles in the name. Okay, so the bit that obviously matters the most is this bit where it goes into our instance on points node, and we've currently got it connected to a sphere. So, I mean, you could change that to another object, but that won't help us because we've got more than one object. We want to scatter 4 different objects across it. So we can delete that and instead just drag from your outliner. Don't just, if you click on it, if you click off it, it's just going to disappear. So make sure you don't do it. You've clicked the icing, but you need to click and drag into your node setup. And now it's got a collection info node rather than object info node. Drag that into your instance input, and nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
It has actually happened, but it's off center in a weird place. Why is it doing that? It's because of the way 3D software handles data.
I'm not putting Carver in hold hell again, okay? I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. Oh my god. I'm about to fucking actually collapse.
It's now doing it on its like global or local position, not relative to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What you need to do is check 3 boxes whenever you use collections to scatter.
Okay.
Separate, reset children. Now it's on the mesh correctly, and then you can see it's actually using all 4 of them on each point. So then you click pick instance, and now it's going to use one.
Where the fuck do you... Oh.
One of those, not all 4 of them together. Okay, so it's good. It's using it, but what's going on? Well, the reason this one was easier with its round sprinkles is that the rotation of the objects didn't matter because it was round. Now that we have long sprinkles, you can see
tell me I gotta go through and like
matters,
individually
and it's
rotate each
screwed up.
one.
So how do we fix that? The first way, well, yeah, there's a number of things you need to do to make it work correctly. You'll see, is we want to take the rotation of the face. So the face of these mesh here, we want it to affect the objects, right? So we take the output of our distribute points on faces, the rotation of that, and drag it into the rotation input of the instances.
Oh.
And now you can see it's having some effect.
It's worse.
It's still not right, but that is because these
worse.
sprinkles are currently just pointed upwards. So it thinks, okay, well, you want to point them all outwards. Anyways, to fix that, I mean, you could fix it you could actually fix it in geometry nodes. This is simpler. So if we just rotate those sprinkles
You return,
along the
welcome back.
x-axis, so R, X, right? And then we just want to lie them down flat. So essentially 90 degrees. You could type in 90 degrees, or holding down Control will move it in 5-degree increments. Okay, so 90, and then do a single click. Okay, so why has that not worked? Well, it's because, as I mentioned before, when you're scaling or rotating things, it's not actually saved to the object. So to apply it, you have to go Control A and then say...
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Okay, now what is it? Control A. Yeah, we just had the German arc. Carver was in hold hell like twice. Yeah, he kind of experienced hell twice over. Not really though. Fuck was the... Alright, Control A.
rotation. Now that we've done that, it's worked correctly. All right, so now you can see what I said by you need to do a lot to make it work correctly. The rotation is working, but it's not doing what you would expect, and that's because geometry nodes are so flexible. You have to tell them.
Fuck. Ah, there we go. Yeah, doesn't that look good?
Exactly what you want to do. We want
Oh, hell
actually
yeah, Dragon Ball
random
Novas.
rotation. So around each of the points, we don't want to each have the exact same rotation. We need to randomize it. So for that, if you want to tweak the rotation on anything between this point here, on this dotted blue line, let's just move that out of the way, we need to add Shift-A, Utilities, Rotation, Rotate, not Euler, Euler. Yes, I know. They went with the weird pronunciation. I think it was a Frenchman, right? Could be German. Doesn't matter. Same, right? Just to annoy all the Europeans. Anyways, rotate Euler, and we're just going to drop it on that line till it lines up. Okay, so nothing's happened currently, but with this, we could change the rotation of our sprinkles up here. But you'll notice that as you rotate it, it's kind of weird. It's not the rotation that you...
Fuck, I gotta rewind. You're just waiting till your boyfriend gets home? Ooh. Don't translate the last German message. Translate the last German message. Then you're gonna have a sleep call. Aw, damn, that's adorable. I accidentally highlighted all this shit. What?
Expect for each point, it's the relative weird rotation on the way. Yes, I know. They went with the...
Okay, so it's literally just... Okay, I'm fucking... Where is that? Where is that? The fuck? What the fuck is that?
weird pronunciation. I think utilities, rotation, rotate.
Okay, so just to be sure that I'm not fucking this up somehow. Okay. Fuck. Okay, so that's something entirely different. What the actual fuck? You had to... Oh my god. Alright, I don't mind look like that. What the fuck? What settings is he on that I'm currently not using? Hitler banning trade unions. Alright, interesting. That is something to learn about while I try this. What the fuck? Carver, I promised I wouldn't do this again, but, hold please.
Not you. That points, we don't want to each have the exact same rotation. We need to randomize it. So for that, if you want to tweak the rotation on anything between this point here, on this dotted blue line, let's just move that out of the way, we need to add Shift-A, Utilities, Rotation, Rotate, not you.
That's not fucking there. There. Fuck. It's because it was an entirely different tab because they updated this shit.
Euler. Yes, I know. They went with the weird pronunciation. I think it was a Frenchman, right?
Something like
Could be
that, yeah.
German. Doesn't matter.
Some French.
Same, right? Just to annoy all the Europeans. Anyways, rotate Euler, and we're just going to drop it on that line till it lines up. Okay, so nothing's happened currently.
Be a shame if a
but with this,
Sharknado happened.
We could change
What
the rotation
oh my god, what the
of
fuck is
our
that?
sprinkles up here.
We are
But
not
you'll notice
talking about my arch, motherfucker. Go fucking talk about arch. Go fucking talk about my arch with Pika or something. Like, fuck off.
But as you rotate it, it's kind of weird. It's not the rotation that you would expect for each point. It's the relative to the actual object as a whole, right? Which just means we need to change from object to local. And now, as you move it around, you can see we're able to rotate those sprinkles. But again, it's not changing the like randomizing it. It's giving a solid value. So to randomize it, if we drag out of the rotate by input and then type in random, it'll bring up this, and we're looking for random value. Click, and now we get this. Ooh. So this node looks kind of scary, right? It's got a whole bunch of different values in it, and it says vector, and it's very, very foreign. It's actually easier to understand it from a float point of view. With the random value, if it's in a float state, it's going to generate a value from 0 to 1 on each point. So if you've got like 10 points, one of them is going to be like 0.015, one of them is going to be like 0.92, and one's, whatever. When it's in vector state.
Did anyone else's sound just turn off? Oh, good God. This is where,
It's the exact same thing.
It's all fine on my end, so I think it's just Neon fucking around. Meow, indeed, motherfucker.
You've got min and you've got max, but there are 3 values. And the reason for that is that there are 3 axes. There's the x-axis, there's the y-axis, and there's the z-axis. And same here, right? So you're able to define what type of rotation on each axis. So if we set both, and by the way, if you want to change multiple values at once in Blender, you can just click and drag down, and then you can change all of them. So we set all of them to 0. And now you could see this bottom one is going to be the Z, because it's X, Y, Z. It doesn't tell you, like, I don't know. Because it's vector math, I guess
whatever.
There's other areas of Blender. Anyway, but this is the Z axis. If we increase this one, you can see that's the main one that we want to change.
Spray bottle?
Right?
What the fuck?
Because that's the...
Am I a fucking cat? No, alright, yeah, no. What? Good luck getting the spray bottle and spraying your fucking computer screen. As a cat boy, yeah, you're wrong. Oh, good God, what the fuck?
The one that makes the most difference. Now, you might also know, looking at this, you're probably thinking like, okay, well, we need to rotate it by 360 degrees, so we would set this to 360.
Yeah,
but you can see
naturally.
they're more than rotate.
Yeah, I figured it was not me. Yeah, no, it was just your sound. Get fucked, idiot. I cast Fireball? Damn. No, I'm not a fucking... Alright, or that... It's, I'm not a fucking cat boy. Oh my God. I'm not gonna fucking meow for you motherfuckers, even though I just did.
Rotating fully already. So what value is this exactly? This is radians. Oh, just to get real. So
easy.
Radians, degrees. Actually, like I had to ask.
Well, 2 pi,
before
but
I recorded this. What's the difference?
It's more so like...
Radians are more mathematical and easier for mathematical equations. It's the circumference of pi. No. 2 pi
easy.
is the circumference. Look.
You will do what eventually? What? What will you do eventually? Now go on, tell the entire class. Tell us all what you will do eventually. Ah, auf Wiedersehen, Jackie. Have a good one.
Obviously, I don't know. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you just need double pi to make it 360 degrees, which is actually tau to make it really complicated. It's tau. So double pi. So pi is 3.142.
So dumb.
Tau is double that. And anyways, you get the idea. So you can type in tau and it'll actually give you the correct value. So that's 360 degree rotation.
So dumb.
We also want it, because you can see this is the other axes, like the middle one spinning around. So we also want it on that one, because we've got a curved one. So let's make that tau. And then this top one is the X, which is actually going to make it like wonky-like. So these will be like seesawing up.
Oh, what a strange
So
clip that appeared. I'm not fucking...
That's where I get...
God, fuck you. I'm fucking checking it out. Ugh. Yeah, no, I'm not. We're not. No, fuck you. I'm not checking that clip out.
It's crazy,
I already
and
know
you
what it's
don't really
about.
want to use that.
Like,
You do
hey,
want a little bit, though.
No.
Because
No.
it would make
No,
sense if they're
absolutely not.
sprinkles. They're not
No.
going to be completely flat. You're going to have some variance where, like, some bit has absorbed into the icing at a different angle than another. But just not too much, essentially. Or else it starts to look like little marshmallows or whatever all over it. But, guys, that's roughly it. That's the hard work. That
Okay,
was...
good,
I mean, I know that was
good.
very technical, but it was just 2 notes.
You will get
rotate
fucked
Euler,
eventually.
set it to
Okay,
local,
you'll get fucked
and then this
eventually.
random
Cool.
value, and we're changing that to rotate it. And we did it. We got nice looking rotation. Now, one thing we do have to change is the distance min. So because these longer sprinkles obviously are bigger, then the distance min has to change as well. So we can change that to something that makes sense. Let's go 0.04. That might have actually been pretty perfect. Let's try 3. 3's got a little bit... Oh, actually, you know what? The other thing, again, looking at reference, I like those big, chunky-looking sprinkles, so I want these to be bigger. So we could, alter the scale of the actual sprinkles, but we're working with geometry nodes, and we've actually got a scale value right here. So we could change it here just as easily. So the scale, dragging down, and again, there's not just one...
This chat delay is brutal? Yeah, fuck you. The black cat image that fights ghosts? Oh my god, I thought I was... Alright, I'm not the only one who remembers Google Doodles. Good. Alright, go do absolutely nothing. Like an absolutely worthless piece of shit. Yes, I'm doing that on stream. Yes, I will insult you on stream. You fucking agreed to this.
On value, there's 3 axes. So we're working with geometry nodes, and we've actually at reference. I like those big, chunky-looking sprinkles, so I want these to be bigger. So we could, alter the scale of the actual sprinkles, but we're working with geometry nodes, and we've actually got a scale value right here. So we could change it here just as easily. So the scale, dragging down, and again, there's not just one value. There's 3 axes, so X, Y, Z. So drag down on all. 1.5 is going to give us some nice, big, chunky...
Yeah, you signed the
sprinkles.
contract.
And now this distance value needs to be a lot bigger. So let's go 0.06. That's actually pretty good. I'm getting pretty good at nailing it. 0.0... No, I was right before. There's always going to be some overlap, right? You're not going to be able to stop it because it's not doing object like collisions. It's nothing like that. It's a very simple... Again, it's doing a point and then it's creating a radius around it. And if you do the correct amount, which for this is probably something like this, then it looks way too predictable and boring, which we don't want. So 0.006 looks pretty good for me with a scale of 1.5 for these. And that is
I know, you're never going to get to fuck me, honey. You wish.
I was going to put in the random color in this part of the tutorial, but I think we've gone over already. So join me in the next part, and we will finally add some color.
Perf. That is all that I had planned for today. So that's it. Once again, thanks for watching me suffer. Like, full genuine. This was an experience. Ugh. I'm gonna go fucking work on more content stuff. You guys have fun, I suppose. See y'all.